welcome to Marilyn's Bakery. My name is Carrie Netherton, and I am the program coordinator / supervisor for the recreation department at Czorny Alzheimer Centre. As you enter the bakery, this little storefront experience, we have created this lovely centerpiece here where all of our baked goods go, because not only is it important for it to smell nice, it needs to visually be appealing for our residents to come and be able to check everything out. So our volunteers come in the morning and they actually get everything ready and set it up, which includes, if you look here, we have 2 convection ovens and we have 2 bread machines. And with this, we are able to purchase frozen, unbaked goods. So cookies, pies, cinnamon buns, brownies, muffins. And so each morning when the bakery opens up, we will provide the baking experience by putting on cookies or cinnamon buns. We rotate what we're going to use, and that allows the baking aromas to filter through all of the halls. And everything was kind of designed with a bit of a retro feel to it. So you can see that we've got the vintage fridge. I lived with my grandmother for 5 years. We had a color very similar to this. So we've incorporated the greens, the lace curtains, the chalkboard, just to kind of give it that feel. And it was really important that it had a warm, welcoming, retro kind of feel so that our residents could relate to this space, which they do.
Why was this important to have within the center? Because bakeries aren't normally in these kind of centers.
Exactly. So I was asked early last year about some sort of innovative project ideas that I might have. And I'm a passionate baker and I know what baking means to me. And instinctively I just thought, wouldn't it be great if we could actually have a bakery in Czorny, especially for Alzheimer's. Unfortunately, we couldn't have a bakery, but the next best thing was to provide a storefront experience, which is what we've done.
Why is having a storefront experience really important for somebody suffering from dementia?
I think the sensory part of it is the most important part. It appeases all levels. So typically in recreation, we're trying to get everybody included in programs. So the sensory piece of this is, being able to smell the bakery, then being able to come down, make a decision, be engaged with other residents, and providing the storefront experience does that for all of our residents.
And what kind of feedback have you gotten since it's open?
So it's interesting because the feedback from everybody has been very positive. This project right from the get-go had 100% buy-in. People were just so excited about this. And so we have family members going by and they're like, oh, it smells so good, And our residents, as they come down the hall, it starts to engage that conversation around, oh, what does that smell? It smells so good, it's so inviting. They come all the way down here and then they come here and they're like, it's like Christmas. Their eyes get bright, they have this huge smile, they stand here, they're trying to figure out what to eat. It's just a very engaging experience.
Yeah. So Beverly, we have cupcakes, we have cookies.
Everything is so good. The baking is fantastic. Yeah, it's really good. And the girls are just terrific. Yeah.
What's your favorite thing here at the bakery?
Oh gosh, don't ask me, because everything.
Hi, my name is Gay Potty. I'm the Clinical Operations Manager of Czorny Alzheimer Centre. We actually have 2 programs here, the long-term care and the day program for older adults. So I manage both the portfolio.
In terms of just the number of patients that are dealing with dementia, are we seeing a bigger number grow?
One of the qualifications for anyone to come to Czorny is they should have dementia. So all of our residents have dementia. That's our qualification. But yes, we see a huge number, and more are actually living in the communities.
So what is the demand for services at Czorny's?
So it's for dementia. Some of them are living on their own, so they are at risk to be alone in the community. And then some experience a caregiver burnout. And so this becomes their home. So from the time they come here until their last breath, they stay with us. So the other thing is we have the day program as well. So those are the residents who also have moderate to severe dementia. The only reason why the families are able to support them at home is because of our day program. So the families can go out and do shopping and other, they can spend time on their own. and then they just come back and pick up our clients here. That actually helps keep them at home, keep the hospital beds, less congested, and then it gives them extra something to do when they're here. Otherwise, they're just mostly at home. Just to let you know, we also have an unusual pet here. We have a pig here. We are the only one in Canada that has a pet pig.
So I guess it's really, you can be very creative in creating these experiences for the residents and the
Correct.
people who come here.
That's right. And that's not just for residents, but also for their families. Like they feel delighted, they feel this is a unusual experience, especially the elderly who have grown up in barn, in farms. So it's quite an experience for them. And the families, they adore, and they're happy, they're satisfied with the service they get here at Czorny.
Are there any other programs that you're thinking about for the future?
Yes. There is something I am proposing. It's called Lucent. So it's actually a mobile projector that provides interactive games for the residents. So it can, things like games can be projected on the wall, and it can sense the movement of residents even though they're on a wheelchair. It can be projected on a table, on the floor. So then they can just touch the wall or the screen, and it's like it's really an interactive game. Kind of helps them. It's kind of like a neurocognitive exercise for them as well.